Hi, thank you for applying to Genpact. In this video, you will learn on how to attempt our English language assessment, known as SpeechX. This assessment gauges you on your English listening, speaking, and writing ability. It is both an audio as well as video-based assessment. So your camera as well as your microphone need to be operational. So let's begin. Here are a few guidelines you need to remember while giving the assessment. The assessment can be attempted on your laptop, desktop, any questions or sections in the assessment, and try to give it in a single sitting. Your camera and microphone on your device needs to be in a perfect working condition. The assessment should be taken in a quiet, noise-free environment so that you can speak clearly and are audible. Please ensure that you have a stable internet connection. There should not be a third person present in the room while you're attempting the test. Do not use Bluetooth headphones or earpods while giving the assessment. It is recommended to use wired headphones if any. Always remember to be on Do Not Disturb mode while giving the assessment to prevent interruptions. When the assessment is going on, do not toggle between any screens or any windows on your device. Do not minimize or maximize or close any tabs, as this will invalidate your assessment. In case of a device or internet failure, you can resume on the same link within 25 minutes. If more than 25 minutes passes, please contact your recruiter. To be invited to the test, you will receive an email from Genpact. The email would look something like this, and the subject line through which you will receive the email would be Hiring team from Genpact India invites you to take the English voice assessment. Before you click on the blue Start Test button, it is mandatory for you to check system compatibility. So you need to click here. On clicking here, you will need to give the audio and video permissions for your system. So click on the Allow button. Once you do that, you need to record the sentence given in quotations in order to check your audio quality. Once you record this, you may click on Proceed. If all is successful, your audio quality check has been completed. You can click on the blue Proceed button to go ahead for the assessment. Once you complete checking your system compatibility, please click on Start Test to begin the assessment. Your test would load, and you will be presented with a set of guidelines. Please read these guidelines carefully before proceeding ahead. Once you have read the guidelines and proceeded ahead, you can enter your email address here. Please enter the email address against which you have received the test link. The next step is to complete your registration. Step 1 is to take a snapshot of yourself. Ensure that you are in a well-lit environment and that you are facing towards the camera while capturing the picture. The second step is to take a snapshot of your ID proof. You can take a snapshot of your Aadhaar card, PAN card, voter ID, driver's license, etc. Once you move ahead after completing your registration, clicking on Start Test would enable the assessment. Before you proceed ahead with the assessment, let us give you an overview about the sections you need to attempt. The first section is Section A. This is a demo assessment containing voice and compatibility video checks. Total questions you would need to attempt are 5 and the time allotted is 10 minutes. In Section B, you would need to read and listen to statements and record their samples. You would need to complete 18 questions in a total time of 10 minutes. In Section C, you would be given 3 topics for free speech. You would need to speak on each of these topics for 60 seconds. The total questions you would need to attempt would be 3 and the time allotted would be 10 minutes. Section D would contain 34 grammar questions which need to be completed in 15 minutes. And finally, Section E would be an audio comprehension round. In this section, you would be presented with an audio clip and you would need to answer the questions based on it. Total questions would be 12 and the time to complete them is 10 minutes. You can track the number of questions you have completed and have remaining, as well as the time allotted for each section and the time you have left on the right-hand side top corner of the screen. The next section of this video shows you in detail how to attempt the questions of each of these sections. Starting with Section A, this is a demo test where your audio is tested for quality. In this section, you must listen to some audio clips and record its samples. Read all instructions carefully before attempting the section and click on OK. On the above section, you will see examples of bad quality audio, and below you will find the sentence you must record in italics. Record the sentence by clicking on Start Audio Recording and then move on to the next question. Once you are done listening to all the sample audios provided and recording the sentence in italics and checking if the audio quality is suitable, you can move on to the next section by clicking on this button. Please remember, once you finish a section, you cannot re-attempt it. In Section B, you would be presented with audio clips or statements. You must listen to or read the statements and record your responses. Over here, you will find the sentence you must read aloud. You can record your sentence by clicking on Start Audio Recording as well as Stop Audio Recording and move on to the next question from here. The first 10 questions would be read and repeat, and the remaining questions would consist of you hearing an audio clip. You can hear the audio clip by pressing on the play button. You must repeat the audio clip once you listen to it and record your response here. You may listen to a single audio clip only one time. In Section C, you would be given 3 topics on which you would need to speak for 60 seconds each. For every topic, you can think for 90 seconds before you start recording. Over here, you will find the question and the topic for which you need to speak on. There are a few suggestive questions based here, helping you to frame your responses. Over here, you can track your thinking time. If you wish to skip and start recording, you can simply click on here. In Section D, you will be presented with grammar-based questions. In total, you would have 34 questions to complete in 15 minutes. Please go through the instruction for each question prior to attempting it. In certain questions, you would need to fill in the blank with the most appropriate response by selecting the best possible option. In other questions, you will be expected to change the voice of the sentence given below by choosing the most appropriate option. And finally, you will be expected to identify the grammatically correct sentence from the given options here. In Section E, you will be presented with audio clips. You are required to listen to the audio clips and answer the questions based on them. You can listen to the audio clips by clicking on the play button. Please note that you will only be able to listen to the audio clip once, and you will not be able to pause the audio in between. Please listen to the audio carefully in order to proceed to the questions. Type in OK to proceed to questions. Here you must select the most appropriate option. Once you have answered all the questions, please click on Finish Test to complete the assessment. On doing so, you will be presented with a summary of your assessment and all the sections that you have attempted. Click on the option Yes, Finish Test to successfully submit the assessment. On behalf of the Genpact recruitment team, we wish you the best of luck for your assessment as well as your further interview journey with Genpact. Please feel free to reach out to your recruiter for any further queries.